Ava Letta. And Kate Mauser.
I always forget to ask the council. I want to say a few words.
Nicole.
What? Oh, I don't.
Oh, we missed
was
it.
it?
Oh.
I was hidden behind. Melissa Valbuena.
So, council members, if you want to say a few words, Mr. Simaluka, you're always.
I mean, you don't have to say anything.
All I have to say is everything Nicole knows came from me.
Congratulations to all the girls, all the parents, all the coaches, a lot of hard work. And not just this year, it's every year. I have a 7-year-old daughter, she's been playing softball 3 years. So I can only imagine how long you girls have been cheering for plenty of years, and your hard work paid off, and you guys are champions, so congratulations.
I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you. Thank you. You made us so proud. Thank you to the coaches and the parents too. Thank you for your dedication.
I've had the privilege of seeing you girls perform once or twice, and you did amazing, and you worked really hard, and clearly it shows, so we're very proud of you. Congratulations.
So the girls and coaches honor us with a photo, myself and the council. So
Yeah.
if you want, you can take one with just you and
Okay.
the girls, and then one
Come
with
on up.
all of us. This is the best. No, Thomas Van Winkle here, he's usually, this up there is good.
You may like to.
Send it out.
They get food.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to move into the opening the meeting to the public. Okay.
You want to give them the opportunity to leave?
You guys have a few minutes.
Unless you want to do a performance in the gym.
You guys can work along this thing, or so want to go, you can go. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Motion to open the meeting to the public?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Anyone wishing to address the council, please step up to the podium, state your name and address for the record. Thank you.
Just a couple of questions, since I'm in 3 minutes. Any timeline, it's almost May, on when the 2025 full year budget's going to be introduced? Also, in the past election, a lot of questions about, potentially installing high visibility cameras to reduce attempted home robberies, attempted car thefts, other neighborhoods, cities have those. Is that a work in progress? Do you have an update on that? Heard last month that we have $1 million to spend on our county park, which is great. Just looking for a timeline on that. The Fifth Street Park renovation, if that has a timeline as well, if that has to be completed by the end of this year. What is the plan for the 280 or 279 apartments that have to be built for the state, and that presentation that we had at 5:30 p.m., are those units a part of that 279 or 280? And then also this 24/7, 365 security for Route 4 to 6, is that going to be done via an ordinance, a resolution, or those are just the businesses coming together and then they're going to spend that money? And then one last thing, in terms of the event that I believe we're having Saturday, that's a lot of people are getting very vocal and passionate, but I believe in Rockefeller Center, it's called the Easter Family Event. I believe many dozens of individuals in town have always known it as an Easter egg hunt or Easter Family Event, and now it's called the Spring Celebration. So just all the things I'm looking for in terms of updates and questions. Thank you for your time and have a happy Easter.
Thank you. If we want to address those now, Mayor, we can wait till the comments.
We can, Pete, did you write them down? Because, I remember a couple of them, but the budget, I think, Jimmy, you can address the budget.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want me to. Right now, simply we did the CFO and I sat down and went through preliminary numbers, and we are, they were provided to the auditor, who will then plug in some of the debt service and statutory stuff. So we're hoping to have a recommendation for May to the council.
Okay.
Visibility cameras.
Yeah, the cameras right now, and I said this probably during last year in the fall. They are very expensive, those cameras, and quite honestly, we really can't afford it at this point. But the police department is, and there is some grant money, but not a lot. I mean, we're talking millions of dollars that it would cost. But the police department is using forfeiture money, and they're going to purchase 2 portable units that are license plate readers and cameras, high definition cameras. So they would be hooked into the police department. They'd be able to be monitored. So that's the answer to that.
Fifth Street Park.
Fifth Street Park is, we have the grant money, trying to get a little bit more grant money. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it this year. We should be able to get an extension. We are going to be doing the splash park, and probably, and definitely Mayo Street Park. Mayo Street, the tennis courts and the resurfacing of the tennis courts and the basketball courts. The last comment we made.
Affordable housing.
What's that?
He was asking about affordable housing.
Affordable housing, I'm gonna turn it over to Mr. Scatino.
What was the question?
Affordable housing.
The two,
What are we doing?
79.
the 279 units.
Right. We're challenging our number through an analysis of how much of the land really is available in the Southbrook to construct affordable housing. And we have to have a plan done by June to determine the number of units that we believe is feasible. So that's where we are with the affordable housing. This is the 4th round process.
And Mrs. Scatino, if I may, for the chair. The expert in the affordable housing that we have on board had indicated that really can't get to a number until they do the vacant land analysis, which hasn't been done yet. Am I on track with that?
Yes, that's what's being done, it has to be done before June.
To add to that, there is the contract for Colliers, which I believe is on for this meeting for approval to ensure that we've had conversations with Mr. Scatino and Ms. Rubenstein, the affordable housing attorney, to make sure that all of our administrative agencies and professionals are coordinated to meet all the submissions for the state in a timely fashion with all the deadlines.
We also have the Rossaline, which was part of round 3, that they're clearing that lot. They're starting very soon to build the 58 units at the end of Rossaline.
And none of us expect that 279 number to stand.
As far as the Easter celebration, that was changed. The name was changed a while back, and the reason for it, we call it the spring celebration. The reason for it is we noticed that by calling it an Easter celebration, and we have no problem saying, Happy Easter, Happy Passover. In fact, really the whole theme is Easter. We had an Easter bunny, the kids take pictures with the Easter bunny, Easter egg patch. So, but we found that by calling it an Easter celebration, we weren't getting as many residents, kids, to come out, because I think some of the residents, we wanted to be inclusive, some of the non-Christian residents and some of the people atheists that didn't believe in anything, felt like this was, not for them. It was more of a religious Easter celebration. So they didn't come. So that's really the only reason. But, we have no problem. I think everybody up here is, very proud to,
Very inclusive.
proud to be inclusive and proud to, I'm a Catholic. I'm a lector at St. Philip's, and I have no problem. Today's Holy Thursday, so tomorrow's Good Friday, Sunday's Easter. I love it. You know what? I'm a Christian. I'm a faithful, religious person. So I don't believe anybody here is looking to try to avoid the name. That's not what this is about. It's about bringing more people here and letting everyone enjoy the event.
And learn from each other and be part of the
Right.
town. Absolutely, Mayor.
Anything else? Was that any other things, Pete?
Pretty much.
Oh, the county park. That was a grant from the state that was given to the county. So I actually ran into the county executive a couple of weeks ago, and he said that we are going to have a meeting. He wants to sit down with us and want to talk about that. So that's all I have on that. Really, they're in charge of doing the work.
Thank you, Mayor.
Oh, Security Route 46. Yeah, that's an order. It's going to be an ordinance. In fact, it's on tonight, the second. So,
Could you just explain that, because maybe I'm a little confused about that. The 24/7, that's for the mall.
yeah, it's for the Saddlebrook Mall.
It's not along the 46 corridor.
No, it's just what they call, we already had an ordinance, we're just revising it. But the ordinance went into effect when the mall opened up, because it's considered a shopping center. And really, that's the only one that would be affected, because it has to be a certain size. And really, we have the mini mall, we don't have a couple of strip malls, but nothing that size. So I think we all agree that we've gotten numerous complaints of problems occurring overnight. McDonald's is open 24/7, and we have problems with the trucks from Walmart, the big tractor trailers going in the back, and we want to avoid that. They shouldn't be back there; they should be in the front, where they're not bothering anybody, especially if they're going to run their engines.
Is that it, Pete? All right. Thank you. Anybody else wish to address the council?
Okay, good.
Thumbs up, Mayor. Okay. Anyone else wish to address the council? Seeing no one else, motion to close?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, comments. Mary, do you need a break?
What's that?
Do you need a break? We're going right into comments.
I mean, no, I can go. I got a couple of proclamations.
All right, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, I have a proclamation. April is Autism Awareness Month. Whereas globally, since 2008, Autism Awareness Day is April the 2nd and is observed throughout the month. The day often features educational events for healthcare workers, teachers, parents, and children with autism. Autism is a neurological disorder that interferes with normal function of the human brain and can affect anyone regardless of ethnicity, gender, or socioeconomic background. Symptoms and characteristics of autism may present themselves in a variety of combinations and can result in significant lifelong impairment of an individual's ability to learn, develop healthy interactive behaviors, and understand verbal and nonverbal communication. A variety of the public and private organizations and agencies strive to provide quality care, support, and services to children and adults with autism to help enable them to live as independently as possible and reach their full potential. So now, therefore, on this 17th day of April 2025, I, Robert D. White, the mayor of the Township of Saddlebrook, do hereby proclaim April Autism Awareness Month. I urge all residents to become educated and informed about programs, services, and opportunities to help support individuals with autism. I have a second proclamation in recognition of Dark Sky Week 2025. Whereas 80% of the world's population, including New Jersey residents, live under light pollution, hindering the experience of natural darkness, which is vital for ecological and health benefits, emphasizing the urgent need for heightened awareness and action. Light pollution in New Jersey, including Bergen County, poses economic and environmental challenges, wasting approximately $3 billion yearly. Studies further demonstrate a 17% increase in light pollution in urban areas of New Jersey over the past decade, exerting adverse effects on the wildlife, disrupting ecosystems, and contributing to health issues among the population. The Township of Saddlebrook acknowledged April 2nd through April 8th as Dark Sky Week, aiming to raise awareness about light pollution and promote responsible outdoor lighting practices. So now, therefore, on the 17th day of May, I, Robert D. White, the mayor of the Township of Saddlebrook, in recognition of Dark Sky Week, encourage all Saddlebrook residents to adopt practices that contribute to the preservation of our natural light sky, fostering a healthier environment for the well-being of both humans and wildlife. At this time, I want Steve Mariconda, who's worked with us on our light ordinance, to come up and just say a few words. I know, Steve, this is something that he's very passionate about and has helped us out immensely.
Steve Mariconda, I live on Harrison Ave in Saddlebrook. Yeah, just been working with mayor and council, just like trying to educate the town in general about light pollution, which is basically just like excessive lighting shining, like outwards, like maybe up into the night sky where you can't see stars, or into people's bedroom windows, right? It can limit our ability to have a good night's sleep and things like that. And also glare, like from unshielded light fixtures, like with those really bright headlights that are coming out, can impact our vision on the road and things like that. So, and the ordinance that I've been helping them with is basically just for businesses to not have like just super bright lights and stuff like that. So, yeah, so that's about it. And I can provide my contact information if people want to learn more about it. I've been doing presentations around the state, and at the library I did a presentation too. I'm looking to do more. So, thank you guys. And I really thank you so much for the proclamation.
You're welcome, Steve. Thanks, Steve, for all you do. Okay, I have a few other things. Ordinances, was just mentioned about the 24-hour security, requiring malls, shopping malls like the Saddlebrook Mall to have 24-hour security. Also, that's the second reading. Also, revision to the noise ordinance. Is that second reading tonight? Or? Revisions to the noise ordinance, making it a lot, facilitating a better enforcement for the police department. Road paving program, Ash and Elm Avenues are from last year's 2024 road program. They're finishing up the concrete work and should mill and pave in the next couple of weeks, really any day now. We're going to coordinate with Public Service, Electric and Gas, to pave the remainder of tree streets west of Fairlawn Parkway, because Public Service has been all over the place, and I think the money that we put towards the roads, 2025 road improvement program, should go to getting them paved. Public Service is required on most of the roads. If the road hasn't been paved in 5 years, they only have to do half the road. But if it's a road, we do have a couple that were recently paved within the last couple of years, or within 5 years, they have to do curb to curb. So you know, that's a plus for us. But we have to work with them, coordinate that effort. So Carucci's, I've been getting a lot of inquiries about Carucci's, and I just want to say that, you know, we're ramping up enforcement and doing everything we can within legal boundaries to encourage the owner there to improve the property's appearance. And I think we're making a little headway. I don't really want to get into too much of the specifics. I don't think it's the right place to do that. But trust me, all of us here are concerned, and we hear your concerns about that. We're frustrated as well. Upcoming events, tomorrow is Friday, April 18th, Good Friday. Municipal offices and DPW are closed. Recycling, co-mingling, glass, plastic, and metal will be picked up. So it will be picked up tomorrow. Saturday Volunteer Ambulance Corps Fish and Chips is at the Corps building, right behind this municipal building, from 4:30 to 7 p.m. Are they, Sarah, can people walk in, or do they have to have a ticket?
If people didn't buy a ticket already, then there's going to be very limited quantity being sold at the door.
Okay. Saturday, April the 19th, is Coffee with a Cop. Our police department is doing it at Starbucks on Market Street from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. We also have our Township Spring Easter celebration, proud to say that, from 12 noon to 2 p.m. at the Civic Center here, right here, 55 Main Street. Recreation Girls Softball opening day is also that day at Veterans Field. It starts at 12. It's an all-day thing. They have games all day. They go up until, I think, 8 o'clock, maybe even later, because they have the lights there. Saturday, April 26th, the Mayor's Youth Group has their Earth Day cleanup at Tricentennial Park, Pratt Avenue and Saddle River Road, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Tuesday, April 29th, 11 a.m. is a tree planting. Columbia Bank was nice enough to donate a tree to the town, I guess, for Earth Day. And they're having a professional arborist go and plant it at Kern Street Park. So it's during the day, it's on Tuesday, so I'm going to try to make it. Tuesday, May the 6th, is the kickoff meeting for our Township Green Team. This is very important. Our Green Team is going to be part of the larger flood committee. So we're going to try to bring everybody together, and that's at 6:30 p.m. here at the Civic Center, in the all-purpose room. Thursday, May 15th, is the Police Memorial Service at the Old Town Hall, 93 Market Street. At 12 p.m. is a lunch following at VFW Post 3484 at 44 Market Street. I want to congratulate the Saddlebrook High School Girls Competition Cheer Team. They really did a fabulous job this year. And, those girls they're tough. They're a tough group. They work very, very hard, and they take it very, very seriously, as do their parents as well. It's a lifestyle. So, the 4th grade boys traveling basketball team, I want to congratulate them for capturing the Bergen County Travel League Championship. Last night here, there was in the all-purpose room, there was a pizza party. He gave them some awards for for their win, and from the mayor and council. Other things, condolences to the Sloma family. I think everybody knows Chris, and everybody knew and his wife and Carlin. It's just a sad thing. It's just such a young 55 years old. So it's terrible. And she fought hard. She was a real trooper, right to the end. God bless her. And happy Easter and Passover to all who celebrate, and happy Mother's Day is May 11th. So don't forget your mom. That's important.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilwoman Mazur?
Thank you, Council President. First and foremost, I'd like to extend my condolences to the Sloma family. We had a special bond with Carlin. I was fortunate to have the privilege to educate and nurture Rachel, Spencer, and Zachary in our child care center. She's always a special person, and she certainly will be missed. Again, my sympathies and prayers go out to them, and of course Chris and family. Just a reminder, we are having our garage sale, our town-wide garage sale, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 16th, 17th, and 18th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you'd like to register, the deadline would be May 9th, Friday, May 9th. You can get the registration form online at Saddlebrook NJ.US, and join in fun. Okay, and happy Easter.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Councilwoman Sanchez?
Congrats to the high school cheer team again. Congratulations to the 4th grade boys travel team. Good job, guys. My condolences also to the Sloma family. My thoughts and prayers are with them. She was always very sweet and pleasant every time I got to speak to her. So my heart goes out to them. And happy Easter and Passover.
Thank you. Councilman Simaluka?
Like all of us, condolences to the Sloma family. For people who don't know, Chris was not only a lieutenant in the Brook County Sheriff's Department, but was our former fire chief. And I know that he loved Carlin so much, and she loved him back. So to Chris, the kids, and the entire family. And you know what, when you remember the fire department, which I'm not, but from knowing so many of them, when you become a member of the fire department, the rest of the fire department is your family. So she had a very extended family, and all of them loved her. She will be missed. In terms of Easter, and whether it's called a spring celebration or Easter celebration, listen, how do you say it's an Easter celebration without saying it's an Easter celebration? You just walk in. Walk in on Saturday, and you'll see what it is. The 5:30 session, we had a special session, and as all of us, all of you out there know, we are looking to do something with the old municipal building and that whole property going all the way down to the new police station. Now it's not new anymore, but the newer police station. So we did put out requests for proposals. Some of them were outrageously bad. Some came in, and at least one of them came in to the point where we said, let's look at this. They were nice enough to come in and make a presentation pretty much very quickly, because I think we only asked them less than 2 weeks ago, to put together a rendering of what they're thinking, what their proposal is. We had a number of residents here, almost all of them from Harrison, and the proposal is there, and we're going to think about it, and obviously community input is essential to good government. One of the things that came up, and I thought of this gentleman here, Mr. Maricondo, when it came up about lighting. I don't know if you were here, Steve, for that presentation, but I'm sure that you will be vigilant in making sure that if this is approved, that through the process, approved meaning that the town is interested in it, they would have to, if that's the case, they would have to go through various boards, make presentations, have their engineers speak, testify. Our engineers would also comment and review everything. But one of the things would be to make sure that there would be no light spillage from the rear of that building, which may affect any properties on Harrison. So it's good to have a guy like Steve here who knows his stuff and would be directly impacted by this, by this development if it goes through. Let's talk about the speed study. There was a speed study done. Our machine was back on track, and we did get a speed study that was done on Catherine Avenue. It was mid-block between Saddle River Road and Central Avenue. Over 4,500 vehicles were recorded in that time. 3% registered above the tolerance limit of 35 miles per hour. Now, it's a 25-mile-an-hour zone, but they do this tolerance study. 3% were over 35%, 97% were below the tolerance limit. The average speed recorded was 25 miles an hour. The highest speed, amazingly, was 80 miles an hour. I don't know what kind of vehicle it must have been. I don't know who developed that vehicle, but the lowest speed is 6 miles per hour. There were 3 vehicles over 50 miles per hour. 67, two-thirds, were between 21 and 30 miles per hour. So at our next work session, we will, the council will talk about the numbers and see what, if anything, should or could be done in regard to that. Good luck to all the spring sports. We know Little League, I think, started already. Softball's having their opening day. So good luck to all the coaches, the kids, and word for the parents, remember, they are kids. This is not professional. You're an 8-year-old because, the kid next to him dropped the ball doesn't mean he's gonna ruin his college scholarship and not become a pro. So just understand that they are children. And lastly, to all those who celebrate 420, I just gotta say hi. Thanks.
Thank you, Councilman. Okay, you're going to hear me repeat some of the things, but it's important that they're said. My sincere condolences to the Sloan family. An incredible loss, obviously, to the family as well as the community. So our hearts go out to Chris and the family. Congratulations to the Saddlebrook Cheer, not only to the girls who brought home the top prize, but to the parents as well and the coaches. Congratulations. I just want to mention the green team. That meeting is May 6th. The mayor already mentioned that. This is kind of the kickoff to it, so if there's anybody that's interested out there, please make sure you come out and you get involved. We need volunteers, we need people to get involved to make things successful here in town. And that's at 6:30, May 6th, the Tuesday night, here at the Municipal Complex. I have one announcement the mayor asked me to read. He missed this one. On April 29th at 6 o'clock here at the Civic Center, 55 Mayhill, Mayor White and the council invite Saddlebrook senior homeowners and renters ages 65 and over to meet with District 38 Assembly members Lisa Swing and Chris Tully to discuss the New Jersey Property Tax Relief Program. This is 3 programs, 1 combined application, which needs to be filed by October 31st, 2025, based on 2024 residency, income, and age. So don't miss out on this opportunity to learn more about this very valuable program. It's advertised on the website. It's also advertised on Facebook and being advertised for everybody to attend that's interested. Again, that's for the property tax relief program that's being offered through the state. Okay. Finally, I'd just like to wish everyone a happy Easter, happy Passover, and a happy spring to all of our residents, and to remember to attend our celebration, Easter spring celebration, on this Saturday from 12 to 2 here at the municipal complex. We include everyone. Hopefully everyone can attend. It's usually a huge event. You can get a picture with the Easter Bunny. They bring the kids to do some Easter egg hunting and enjoy the day here at the complex. Thank you.
We have final reading ordinance 1775-25, an ordinance amending and supplementing chapter 159 of the code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Security Service.
Motion?
Motion to give a second reading?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
An ordinance amending and supplementing chapter 159 of the code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Security Services.
Motion to open the meeting to the public on this motion, ordinance rather.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone wishing to discuss this ordinance? Any questions, concerns? Seeing no one, motion to close.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook that the ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending and supplementing chapter 159 of the code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Security Service is now passed on second and final reading, and that the Township Clerk be directed to advertise said ordinance or title thereof in the press, together with the notice of the date of passage of said ordinance according to law.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Simuluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Next, final reading, ordinance 1776-25, an ordinance repealing and deleting chapter 133 entitled Noise of the Code of the Township of Saddlebrook, and amending and supplementing chapter 147 of the Code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Peace and Good Order.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
An ordinance repealing and deleting chapter 133 entitled Noise of the Code of the Township of Saddlebrook and amending and supplementing chapter 147 of the Code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Peace and Good Order.
Motion to open the meeting to the public on this ordinance.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wish to address the council on this ordinance? Seeing no one, motion to close.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook that the ordinance entitled, an ordinance repealing and deleting chapter 133 entitled Noise of the Code of the Township of Saddlebrook and amending and supplementing chapter 147 of the Code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Peace and Good Order does now pass on second and final reading, and that the Township Clerk be directed to advertise said ordinance or title thereof in the press, together with the notice of the date of passage of said ordinance according to law.
Motion.
Motion. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Simuluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
First reading, ordinance 1777-25, an ordinance amending and supplementing chapter 206 of the Code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Zoning, and this pertains to outdoor lighting. Be passed and adopted on first reading.
Motion.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now therefore be resolved by the Township Council that an ordinance amending and supplementing chapter 206 of the Code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Zoning, heretofore passed on first reading, be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on June 19, 2025 at 7:00 p.m. or sooner after as the matter can be reached at the Municipal Complex, 55 Mayhill Street, and at such time and place, all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of a time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage. We have the June 19th date because we have to send it to the planning board for review.
Motion.
Motion. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Simuluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
All items listed with an asterisk are considered routine and non-controversial by the Township Council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate requests or discussion on these items unless a council member so requests it, in which case the item or items will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. The one motion signifies adoption of all resolutions, receive and file letters, correspondence reports, and approval of minutes and applications. Not part of the consent agenda will be the minutes of March 6th and resolution number 7 that approves the contract and authorizes the mayor and clerk to sign the PBA contract.
Okay. Motion?
Motion. Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Saluka?
Yes.
Councilman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilman Mazur?
Yes.
Council President Garrett?
Yes.
We have the minutes of the March 6, 2025 special public meeting.
Motion?
Motion.
Roll call?
Councilman Saluka?
Even though I was 1 minute late apparently, yes.
Councilman Sanchez?
Abstain.
Councilman Mazur?
Yes.
Council President Garrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 7 is to approve the contract and authorize the mayor and clerk to sign for the PBA. Councilwoman Sanchez will recluse herself at this time.
Motion?
Motion to approve.
Roll call?
Councilman Saluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazur?
Yes.
Council President Garrett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez can return to the days.
Go.
Went home and came back.
The sound.
Okay, any old or new business? Anyone? Mayor, anything to add?
I think I said enough, just happy Easter.
Okay.
No Easter.
Anyone else?
We're going to meet the salary.
Oh, that's right, that's right. You know, there was some complaints from St. Philip's about that because they have an event going on at Mass, a late, that runs late. So a lot of parishioners were upset, they have to find another way home. So, but this should be it. What they're doing, just so everybody knows, is that they're actually paving the section between Bell and Burke. Going to be paving, doing the paving.
Nice.
So it's going to be a little loud. But that's it, this is it.
They're paving at night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know what, to me, it's a good time to do it, rather
Yeah,
than.
no, it's better. I just didn't think they could do it.
Yeah, except, you know.
If they can, they do it.
Motion to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wish to address the council on agenda items? Seeing none? No?
Steve Maricon, 24 Harrison Avenue. Regarding the further reading of the light pollution ordinance, but when would it be reviewed by the planning board? Is there like a date for that?
I would have to send it to the planning board. It would probably be the May meeting because it would be Monday. That's not enough time.
It's a May.
I would say the May meeting.
Gotcha, thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Anyone else? Motion to close the meeting to the public?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any final comments before we adjourn? Sure.
I believe there's a birthday coming up next week. Pete's birthday is 28th.
40 feet? 40 years old? Wow, big milestone.
And can we just make sure that Andrew gets the memo next time?
I wore blue. I got a blue jacket on. What are you talking about?
You got blue?
I really got a blue jacket.
Sorry.
Anyone else, final comments? Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
All in favor? Aye. Have a good evening, everyone. Happy Easter.